Assalamu alaikum students. In this video, we will discuss how to find simple linear regression coefficients and R square in simple linear regression using the calculator quickly. In the previous video, we discussed how to find coefficients of simple linear regression using calculator manually, which was relatively time consuming. In this video, I will show you how to do the same quickly. So I have data on x and y variables. So first we need to go to mode, select 3 for regression and 1 for linear regression. Now I am in the linear regression mode. So first enter the x value, which is 60, then press comma, then press the y value, which is 140, then press M1 to save it. Then next value of x, which is 62, press comma, then press 155, and then press M plus. Similarly, do the same thing for all the 7 observations to add. Now I have entered all the 7 observations of x and y variables. The next step is to calculate the coefficients. We need beta naught hat and beta 1 hat. For this purpose, we need to go to shift, go to press 2, then go to next, and we will find these three terms a, b and r. Here a shows the intercept of simple linear regression, b shows the slope coefficient, and r shows the correlation coefficient between x and y. So we first need to press 1 for intercept and then press equal. The answer is minus 140.3785. Then for slope coefficient, again press shift to next, you would find the b, and then press 2 for slope coefficient, which is, then press equal. So slope coefficient is 4.6533, 4.6. So now we have found our regression equation. The next step is to calculate the correlation coefficient. Because after finding the correlation coefficient, you will be able to find the coefficient of determination. So next, let's go to shift again, press 2, then go to next and next, then press 3. So if I press equal, we will get the answer of correlation coefficient 0.96, which shows this strong, very strong positive correlation between the height and weight of the people in the sample. If we scale this term, we will get the correlation coefficient, which is 0.9311, which is more meaningful in regression. So our R square value is 0.9311. We can find the same answer using this formula or this formula. Okay, so equal to, now what are these term means? Here beta 1 hat is a slope coefficient, which is 4.6533, and Sx is the standard deviation in sample of x variable. Sy is the standard deviation of y variable in the sample whole squared, or we can say slope coefficient squared multiplied by variance of x in the sample divided by variance of y in the sample. So how to do this in the calculator? So I am going to use this formula. And so for this purpose we need three things: the slope coefficient and the standard deviations of x and y. Slope coefficient is also already known, so we first find the standard deviations of both variables. So go to shift, press 2, then here look at button 3. When we press this we will get the answer of sample standard deviation of x. Press 3 and equal, here is the sample standard deviation of x variable. Next, find the sample standard deviation of x variable, sorry, y variable. Go to next, and here you can see the option of sample standard deviation of y. You will get the answer by pressing 3, then press equal. So here is the sample standard deviation of y, which is 26.3294. So now I have found both the standard deviation, then divide it and then multiply with the slope coefficient, and I found the answer 0.9649. Then when I square this, I will get the coefficient of determination. So let's square this term and press square. We will get the answer 0.9311. It's double one because 0.9 has been rounded off to 1. So 0.9311. So you can see this answer and this answer. By comparing, you find these answers are the same. So both of these methods provide us same results of coefficient of determination. So when to use which formula? If correlation coefficient is known, then we can go with this formula. If this is known, then we can go with this formula. If r is known to us, if correlation coefficient is known, then we simply square it and we will find the coefficient of determination ECD, which works only for the simple linear regression but not for the multiple regression. Similarly, but if you have do not know the correlation coefficient but you know the sample standard deviations of x and y variables, you can use this formula or this formula. You will get the same answer. But this formula also works well for simple linear regression but not for the multiple linear regression. Remember this. Okay, I have told you how to find this sample standard deviation of x and y. What if you want to find the sample variance of x and y? I can do this here. You can see, then you go to shift and then press 2, and if you want to find the sample variance of x variable, press 3, where 3 is the, if you press 3 you will get the answer of sample standard deviation of x. Press 3 and you know that variance equal to standard deviation squared, so you need to square it, equal to, which is 29.80. This is the variance of x variable. So similarly, if you want to find the variance of y variable, you go to press shift 2 and next, then press 3. This is this sample standard deviation of y. If you square it, you get the answer of variance of x, the variance of y in the sample data, which is 693.23. So this is how to you find these variances. If you find this video helpful, then please share, subscribe for more videos.